thanks for giving me a little boost. I didn't know. Because on Saturday they had that ball outing.
Yeah, well, last minute call,
She got a last minute call from him, and she made it, and then they left straight from there and went to Shelby County to the fairgrounds. Her husband was at Shelby. Her husband was here, and she was in Shelby. So they had all their trailers there. So.
They have great sausage sandwiches. They're absolutely delicious.
So they were all setting up. Last night when I talked to her at, I think I talked to you, at 9:30?
Do you know how many people I talked to last night?
About 9:30 or so, 10
I don't
o'clock,
know,
they were
baby.
just getting their
Right?
Call the order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Luma,
Here.
Davidson,
Here.
Miller,
Here.
Hume,
Here.
Nichols,
Here.
Rydmore,
Here.
Walsh.
The minutes of previous meeting were read and approved.
I have a question, Mayor, if I could, just for clarification and to make it clear. On the second page, actually it's the last, it's where we make the motion, Sarah. Motion made by Miller, second by Hughes, to proceed with 50% rate increase. That makes it sound like we're increasing the water and sewer by 50%. Can we clarify it's 50% of the original recommendation by our TA, whatever that was? Because that's what it is, right? It's not a 50% rate increase for everything. And I believe that's what you meant, Bob, in terms of your motion, that 50% of the, so just to clarify, future people and people on the web that read this I've already had 2 comments from residents that we're increasing the rates by 50%, and that's not accurate.
And that was a special,
That was the special meeting. I think it's the same way. I can't tell you if it's the same way in the
No, that's
regular
not the
council.
other way. It's just in the special
It's
one.
just at the special one. It's the motion to present the rate increase to us. If we can make that correction, then I think we're good. Thank you.
so are the previous ones are approved, but the special council needs corrected and approved.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the other meeting, to be honest with you. Thank you.
Okay, fiscal officer report.
In all funds, there's $1,925,957.33. In the general fund, there is $396,873.03.
Okay, bills were read, motion was made by,
So moved.
seconded by,
Second.
paid bills is read.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hume,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydmore,
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
Okay. For our guest. You want to go ahead?
Sure. Several questions here, and I've been told you guys don't have to answer them, but if you don't answer my questions, that makes me think you're trying to hide something. That's just something for you to think about. And does every business, home, and other things that uses water, sewer, and electric have their digital and water meters in where they can be manually read if necessary?
Yes. They might be in meter pit if they're not in the house.
Were they
Pardon?
They may be in the meter pit out by the curb in the ground. Some of them are like that and some of them are in the house in the crawl space and basements.
Well, if they're in the house, how you gonna read them?
It'll be easier than probing a pit. You go down and flip the lid, there's a door on it. We talked about this last meeting. There's a door that you flip up and you can read the
I understand that, but I was also told over the years that you guys were supposed to take everything that is in the house and put it on the outside, because you made my granddaughter do it.
So, well, now I can answer that.
Okay, is the village buildings a business? This building, the one down at the park, the one over here across on Perry Street, are these all businesses?
They would be considered municipal buildings.
But are they a business?
I don't know, Mike. I've never
Are you guys in business?
we're the proprietors of a business.
But it's a business, you just said so. Okay, do you guys have to pay for your water, sewer, and electric?
We do not charge ourselves, no.
Why? You're a business, all businesses
That's
have to
the way
pay it.
it's been. If council wants to change that, it's just rob Peter to pay Paul at that point. You're just moving money from account to account.
To me, it don't sound right, because you're a business, you should be paying. Okay, with the splash pad, does it have the water, electric, and sewer, or the water and electric meters in?
It has a water meter in it, yes.
But electric one,
It doesn't have any electric.
water runs itself.
Yes, it's on a battery timer.
Okay. Okay, and you want to raise the water and sewer rates for the rest of us, and that means we're having to pay even for you guys' use in these buildings. We're taking that, and we're paying, what you're raising us means we're also paying for you guys' usage. And I don't think that's fair. And you also said in the meeting 2 weeks ago, and Mr. Wally even made a comment there a little bit, you said that people could go and get help if they needed it. All right, I tried that at one time when I actually needed the help. I made just a little bit over what they were allowing, and I was denied, so no help. There's people yet today, yeah, they may be lucky enough to get that help, but there's also some out there who can't. And then these residents that's on these fixed incomes, they have to decide whether they're gonna buy their meds, they're gonna buy their groceries, pay their utility bills. If they have a house payment, make that. They've got rent, insurance, taxes. And if they don't use electric heat, they have to pay for propane. You know, you're not, I understand where you guys are coming from, but you gotta understand where us residents are coming from. And, when was the last time you guys raised these meter reader rates?
2016, I believe.
Pardon?
I think it was 16.
I know it was 13.
13.
It was 2013.
2013.
It's been that long since
Yes.
we put the new meters in.
Not since we put the new meters in, since we raised the rates. The new meters have gone in, but the rates for water and sewer have not changed since 2013. Now, what people are experiencing, I believe, Latrice, is that there were residents that their meters didn't work, or their meters were malfunctioning, and so now that we have meters that are all working for all residents, we're getting accurate readings and people's bills appear to be higher. I can say I was one of those. I had a water meter that did not function. And now that we have a water meter that's functioning, my water bill and sewer bill is a little higher because I'm actually paying for the water and sewer that I'm using. So I think that might be, I don't know, but I think that might be some of it. That people are experiencing a higher bill because of that. Because the meters are reading what they're actually using now.
Okay, and going back to splash pad, how does that water bill get paid?
Currently, there is no bill for it. If council would decide to do that, it would be charged to the park, and we would take it out of the general fund to pay the water.
It's not included in what was donated for the park,
No, that's day-to-day operations.
so there again, residents are paying for it.
The capital improvement grants that we got are strictly for capital improvements. It's similar, Latrice, to when the school got money to build the school. They got money to build the school, but they didn't get money to operate the school. So the residents have to pay to operate the school. The splash pad is the same way. We got monies from capital improvement from the state of Ohio to build the splash pad, but the maintenance, upkeep, and the day-to-day running falls back on the village to do so.
That you still, seems to me like we're paying.
In essence, you are, yes.
Yes, and it's not fair, because you're making us pay our bills, you guys aren't. And no matter how you explain it to me, it's gonna come out the same in my mind.
Okay.
Because with all the water that the splash pad is using, You guys are hyping up, it seems like right after this splash pad got put in.
I can see where it went through that way.
Yes, and it's not just that way with me thinking that either.
What I would say to you is, it is not our money, and that's why the majority, there's some of us who have been very diligent, and all of us are trying to be very diligent, but it's not our money, it's your money, and we're trying to do the best we can do to operate the village as efficiently and effectively as we can. But in terms of the splash pad, what I've seen on my walks is we have children playing on the playground and playing in the splash pad instead of creating mischief inside the
I
village.
understand that, and I know it was put in for the kids. That is not my question. Because a lot of it, like I said, the elderly, where are they supposed to get this money? And if you've never been in that position, you can't understand it. And it's very important that we keep what residents we have in this village. And I know there's a lot of them that's moving out because of stuff that's going on. Your electric bill jumps $50 in 1 month's time. Why?
Usage. We only go off of usage.
Sometimes I wonder if those meters aren't rigged.
We'd be in jail.
Yeah, they're,
Only if you're caught at it.
Well, I don't think like that, because I don't do that, so.
well, it's fine.
But that's my thoughts, and I may tick off some of you people, all of you. I don't care. This is how I feel, and I have the right to state it.
Absolutely. Latrice, I personally thank you for coming up and taking the time to express yourself and to ask us the questions. I know we don't always have the answers that residents want, but we all try to give the answers that are truthful.
One other question I have. When was the residents of this village notified that there may be an increase in the bills?
Once it passes.
Last year, February.
I never received anything stating that.
It happens in the council meeting. We don't send out a notice that something like that's gonna happen until it's decided it's gonna happen, because then we just get people off in arms. But I know
You was talking about last February, yeah.
Yeah, we talked
I
about
think it's-
having the rate
it's
study done and that we.
Posted up there on the board, I think, by the post office.
Okay, so how's the people supposed to be able to come to these council meetings not knowing that this is what you're discussing, because they have no idea whatsoever what is coming up to face them without being told ahead of time?
Aren't the agendas posted?
Yes.
Yeah, the agendas are posted.
Meetings are the same.
But a lot of people don't come down here. What about the elderly people that don't go there?
You know,
We're residents of this village, we should be told what's going on. You
how
send out
do
electric
you
bills
suggest,
each month, that
how
should
would
be
you
there.
suggest we do that? How could we do it better?
Put it on our bills when you send them out.
The whole agenda?
No, not the whole agenda. At least let them know that they're looking at this, it's coming up. This is July. This is supposed to go in effect in January.
We do have an ordinance that requires any rate increase, there be a 60-day notice on the bill that that rate increase is going to happen. And then every council meeting is posted. I hear what you're saying, and I think it's something that the Utilities Committee could discuss.
Okay, but by the time you get that bill, that's 60 days ahead of when it's supposed to take effect, they don't have time to check out anything. It's not fair to the
Word of
people.
mouth would be good, that's why we have 3 readings all the time.
I mean, tonight, we're having the first reading. We have to have, by law, 3 months. We have to have 3 readings of these ordinances. So people have, they had, you know, you said, you put it on your Facebook page, we posted it, that this was what we were gonna discuss. We mentioned it at our last meeting, and people have to come up by Friday to get on the agenda. So this is the first reading. Next month, we'll read the same ordinance again, and we will encourage residents to come and talk to us. And then, so this is July, August, and then September, am I doing it right?
September will be the
And
final
September
reading,
will be
yeah.
the final reading. And during all of those readings, the ordinance can be changed. okay? So there's 3 months that residents can come up at a council meeting and talk to us, just like you did tonight, and ask questions and try to get answers, and we will listen, and we will try to do the best we can do. But short of us going door to door with the agenda every month, it's really almost impossible to let everybody know unless they go to the board and read, or they look. I know Nathan posts stuff on Waynesfield Police Department. The village has a Waynesfield Facebook page. It's posted up here. I think maybe,
Prior to this meeting, we've had 5 other meetings
well,
that have been posted and noticed and out there.
By law, we have 5 places where it's posted.
right. Everything's posted. But what I would say, based on what she recommended, could we, at the next utility meeting, discuss the feasibility of putting something on a bill? Just discuss it.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll put it to the committee, your recommendation, and then let the committee discuss it and bring it back to council.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people doesn't get on Facebook, so they don't see Nathan's Waynesfield. And I just recently got on. So, not everybody does that, because for one thing, they don't know that it's available.
Sure, I understand.
And if you guys don't let us know what's coming up on our bills, because that statement goes out no matter what, it's not gonna cost extra to do it.
I would recommend that we bring it up at this
Sure.
utilities meeting, and we'll discuss it, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Committee reports?
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let me see here. As the chairperson of the Park Dedication Ad Hoc Committee, I'd like to give a brief report about Saturday's events. County Commissioner Doug Spencer quoted futurist Joel Arthur Baker during his speech. I'd like to restate it as part of my report. A vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision is just passing time. A vision with action can change the world. What began as a vision by Chief Motter and the CDT was brought to life through funding granted to the village by the state of Ohio with the assistance and support of State Senator Susan Manchester and Ohio Representative Matt Huffman. The vision of the Gold Star Memorial also became a reality through hard work, dedication, and private donations. And the reason I mention the private donations is that the news and people, Lime News reported it was part of the $700,000, and it was not. It was private. It was private donations. So I wanted to make sure that that was in our permanent record. As chair of both the Gold Star Families and Park Dedication Ad Hoc Committees, I'd like to thank the following individuals and organizations and include this acknowledgement in the permanent village record. First of all, the Park Dedication Ad Hoc Committee members, co-chair Nathan Motter, Aaron Bender, Ann Billings, Carrie Burden, Cynthia Douglas, Margie Humes, John Horn, Pamela Kenning, Sarah Montgomery, Ten Pence, Ron Peppel, Albert Presnell, Marilyn Shaw, Brian Shaw, Chad Spencer, Todd Pinaglia, Garrett Miller, and Terry Motter. These people worked tirelessly for a year to make the event we had on Saturday such a success, and they deserve our thanks. The Michinampie Garden Club, who provided all the decorations and flowers at the event, as well as their continued support to the village throughout the year. Original council members of the Waynesfield Village Park Committee, former council member Vern Fox, Tom Hudson, and current council member Tim Walty, who worked for the last 2 years with the administration to get this project up and done to the point where it's at today. The Waynesfield Lions Club, Jennifer Sutherland, for changing the date for the walk for the pediatric cancer research, so it could be our kickoff event. Jennifer reported they had record numbers of walkers and the largest total contributions to date. They raised a total of $2,361 on Saturday for pediatric cancer research. She said normally they only raise maybe $200 or $300, maybe $500. So that was great. The Wapak Chamber of Commerce for the ribbon cutting ceremony. Selfless Souls Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club for donating the bicycles for the bike giveaway and assisting throughout the day of the event. Motorifics Creations, owners Carrie and Dan Motter. Hometown People. Cherry spent countless hours that she never charged either committee money for to create the Gold Star Families Memorial, a book honoring the 13 community members who were killed in action, as well as the production of all the marketing materials, the beautiful signage utilized before and during the event. Carrie accepted calls at all hours of the day and night from me and other committee members, and was always willing and very happy to help and do things. Dan Motter assisted with the sound system. My understanding is he assembled a lot of the bikes, if not all of them, and many other things.
Yeah.
One of which was having a generator that we'll talk about later. Councilperson Margie Humes for coordinating the bike giveaway and coordinating with Buckland Bistro Food Truck for the food for the event. Ralph Reynolds for providing the large American flags that were placed at the Gold Star Families Memorial and a sign at the entrance marker listing the 13 service members honored by the memorial, all of which he did with his personal monies. Tracy and Craig Buffenbarger, Golf Cart World, who supplied the golf carts for the golf cart for the memorial. Alice Turner, Jacob Howell, and Kimberly Barnes, photographers for the event, who donated their time and have already posted hundreds of pictures of the event on Facebook. Auglaize County CERT team for coordinating the parking. Ohio Village Muffins and Ohio Diamonds baseball team for playing 2 1850s style exhibition baseball games. The Waynesfield Clodhoppers and the Waynesfield Gems, who were the 2 teams, volunteered, and I don't have the list, Nathan, you may have the list of those players, for playing in the exhibition game. It was wonderful. Wayne Township EMS for being on standby. Tim Pence, Superintendent of Waynesfield Lutheran Schools, for making a one call on Friday to remind residents of the event. Gold Star Family Committee members Marilyn Shaw, Tom Hudson, and Carrie Burton. Their commitment and hard work were critical in the design of the memorial and securing donations and funding. All the businesses and individuals who donated money for the Gold Star family, as of today, a total of $33,500 have been raised. A plaque will be placed at the memorial acknowledging these donors for their phenomenal gifts. The Waynesfield Area Community Foundation for handling all the donations received for both the park dedication and the Gold Star Families Memorial. Special thanks to Roger Sanders, treasurer of the Waynesfield Goshen Area Community Foundation. He was always available to write checks, and at the initial, when we were receiving donations, Roger called me almost every day to say, Lisa, I got a check, and he knew who it was from, and he gave me all the information, and we've been able to have a very good accounting of all of those donations. Martha Manchester for donating the red, white, and blue decorations. Phil Valentine, member of the Roots and Shoots Garden Club in Wapakoneta, Ohio, for supplying 100 small American flags that were placed along the walking path. Craig and Marilyn Shaw for supplying the large American flags utilized around the gazebo and the shelter house. There was approximately 150 flags displayed at this event. Carrie Motter and Margie Humes for operating the registration desk. Everyone who donated money to the Park Dedication Committee and to the Gold Star Fund. We could have had this event using village money, and I will have a report that next month, a final financial report, but we raised over $4,000 by donations from community members. The event speakers, Pastor Todd Tenaglia, Pastor John Horn, Mayor Robin Luma, County Commissioner Doug Spencer, POW MIA State Chairman Ralph Reynolds, State Senator Susan Manchester, who also performed the national anthem. What a voice that woman had. What a voice. Sergeant Chris Stanford of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who served with Staff Sergeant Sonny Zimmerman and who is honored with the KIA for Afghanistan. Staff Sergeant Stanford read aloud the names of the 13 service members who lost their lives in defense of their country. He and his wife drove straight from Pennsylvania, got here the night before, and came, and God bless his heart. I had some residents say, when I was telling them they didn't quite understand, they said, how could he not know Hanenkrat? And I said, because he's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they said, oh, that's why that he stumbled over Sonny's name. And I said, yes, they were brothers in arms. Local veterans, Rita Motter, Bob Howard, Tim Walty, Wapak VFW officers, Jeff Goods, Josh Laird, Chris Zimmerman, Sonny's father, for laying 6 roses at the foot of the Gold Star Monument during the event. It was a very touching thing. Special thanks And I want to do this. Special thanks to Police Chief Nathan Motter for coordinating speakers, acting as master of ceremonies. He did a phenomenal job, and I would like council to give him a round of applause. Waynesfield Lions Club for supplying chairs, donating vouchers for the fall festival to be raffled. Special thanks, Bob, to your grandson, Garrett Miller, for delivering those chairs and tearing them down all by himself. He wouldn't take any help. He said, I'll do it.
When I see him.
And he
said Bob would do it.
Yeah.
He probably did, yeah. He probably did.
No, he did. Cynthia Douglas from New Hampshire Nazarene Church for operating the kids activity tent.
That was cool.
It was cool. She did a lot of neat things. Kids had a blast. Gretchen Schmitz from the Blue Star Mothers of Allen County for having their information tent, so that to talk about what the Blue Star and the Gold Star is. It was very nice, and those ladies stayed all day. Texas Roadhouse for supplying peanuts for the exhibition baseball game. They gave us 100 bags of peanuts, and we had several little kids that walked around during the event and tossed them to people, and were laughing and having fun, and it was a great addition. Kind of took back to that time when that's what, they would toss things. Turner Tents, Buckland Acre Bistro Food Truck, All Glaze Memorial LLC, and Dave Little. Those are some of the vendors that we had that actually supplied things not only for the dedication ceremony, but also for the Gold Star Memorial. Vicki Zimmerman, God love her heart, we commandeered her golf cart to get ice for the Muffins team, and she took us over to Dollar General to get ice, and she carried the peanuts from the parking lot to the thing, so thanks to Vicki for letting us use her golf cart. The village employees. Our employees were phenomenal. Special thanks to Albert Presnell, Joe Spillman, and Jay Carter for working and participating in the event. We unfortunately had a power outage that in a year long of planning, we never talked about. Okay, so the one thing we didn't talk about was what happened, but there was probably maybe a 10 or 15 minute break in the music. Dan Motter had a generator. He started his generator up. He got that going. And the food truck had their own generator. And on the backside, the CERT team went to my understanding is the CERT team went to the light and did traffic control while our guys got the water plant up and operational, and then went and took care of setting the generator up for the traffic light in town. But as far as the event went, I think people knew there was a power outage, but they didn't experience much than a 15-minute loss of music.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the event went without a hiccup. So thank you to the employees and all their hard work for doing that. Chad Spencer, thousands and thousands of, and I'm not exaggerating, thousands of hours he spent researching the 13 Waynesfield service members who were killed in action and are honored at the Gold Star Family Memorial. And I'm not exaggerating. It was phenomenal. He did everything for that booklet, plus more. That's on the Waynesfield Historical Facebook page if you're interested. Thank you to my family for supporting me throughout the past year, and for the patience and understanding when phone calls and emails interrupted family meals, events, and our time together. And finally, thank you to the residents and everyone who supported this event by attending and taking part in the celebration of our park and in honoring the Waynesfield area service members who gave their lives in defense of our country. I've tried very hard to thank everyone. I did not thank the young man that came from, who's next?
Senator Houston.
Tyler
Wright from
Okay.
Senator Houston.
We'll have to add that to this. But if you know if anyone knows someone or some entity that I didn't mention, please let us know, and we'll add it to this official list. We can amend this report. A general report about the event attendance: we had approximately 250 to 275 people, probably more. The CERT team estimated parking and approximately 140 to 150 cars throughout the day. We had people from all over Auglaize County, Allen County, and as far away as Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, attend. As we mentioned before the meeting, Buckeye Acre Bistro ran out of buns and water and pop, and they had a lot of business, and I hope that she had a very profitable day. The bike raffle and helmet giveaway was a great success. Margie and her team accumulated 22 bicycles and over 100 helmets we had between Lima Memorial,
130 helmets.
between Lima Memorial Hospital's Trauma Services and Marlene Froning, who has a foundation where she gives helmets away because unfortunately she lost a son to a bicycle accident and he didn't have on a helmet. So she's made it her life's mission to try to get as many helmets to as many kids as possible. So thank her for stepping up, and whether a kid got a bike or not, they got a helmet if they wanted it. And she had small helmets when we maybe didn't, we didn't have helmets small enough from the hospital.
She fitted every child.
And she, the Park Ad Hoc Committee will meet on August 25th at 6 p.m. at White Memorial Library to evaluate the planning, execution, and logistics of the event. I will have a final financial report and a report of that meeting at our next council meeting. On a personal note, thank you for allowing me to chair this committee. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with its members and the broader community they represent. As a village, we have much to be proud of and grateful for. This event was a highly positive experience, not only for Waynesfield residents, but also for the surrounding community. WLIO's news coverage in Lima helps show viewers that Waynesfield, Ohio is not only a great place to live, but is also a caring and generous community. That's my report.
Thank you, Lisa, for
Thank
leading,
you for all
thank
your
you,
work.
Lisa, for chairing this ad hoc committee.
Thank you.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Could you email this to me?
All right.
I hope.
Other committees, police report.
As I stated during the, first of all, council has my report. As I stated during the dedication ceremony, Saturday's event is just the beginning of what I hope to be long-term progress in community engagement. I will be taking a trip in the near future to Honduras, and they're very excited and eager to hear about how the event went and how their vision of community development can translate back to here. They're actually doing some different things, and part of the team that I'm on this year will be focused on community development there and how that would translate back to here. So on another positive note, well, let me back up real quick. I also would like to thank the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. They had 4 individuals come to the dedication ceremony. They said 2 were going to show up and 4 came. So they were very, very, very complimentary of the park, the way the event was ran, the way everything went. And they said, you have our email addresses. If you need us for anything, then let us know. So I thought that was really nice of them to say that. On another positive note, not related to Saturday's events, 2 of the 4 suspects in the October 2025 graffiti case have been found guilty. Tessa Cox and Keisha Richardson pleaded no contest and were found guilty, each on 1 count of criminal damaging for their roles in the graffiti case that saw roughly 19 properties impacted. Both individuals received a similar sentence. Both received probation until July 24th of 2027 and a 90-day jail sentence with all of the jail time suspended so long as the rules of probation are followed. Restitution was ordered to be paid to the Village of Waynesfield through the Auglaize County Clerk of Courts. There's another hearing set for them for restitution on some of the other victims. Both individuals were also ordered to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs. The cases with Timothy Jenkins and Caden Gibbs are still ongoing. So that is all I have.
Any questions for me? Okay, Village Administrator report.
The council has my full report. I'm just going to hit a couple of highlights. On the water and sewer, on the water plant, our easement pioneer was here today, and we drained this iron down and took pictures of the inside of it. The tank, for being an 85, I think, is in really good shape. Paint's good. They did take samples of the media that's in there, and that will be sent off, and we'll get a report on that to know kind of where we're at, and if it's didn't think it was going to be something that's going to be immediate, but something that maybe we can plan for in the future. Should get those results back, I'm guessing, within a month or so. I don't know if anybody's been back to buy the recycle, but there are several hundred tons of asphalt. Mount Fuji, it was what the guys call it. They would contact me and want to know if we had a place to stage, because they were grinding on 67 and 196, or if we needed them. I said, we will take everything you have.
Wow.
Better to have too much and have to figure everybody will take it once we get all our projects done. And so they said, great, they brought a loader in, I said, we can help with loader if it impacts your guys' travel time and whatnot. They actually had guys, truck drivers would dump and then they pushed up, so it wasn't stretched out across the whole parking lot. I'm hoping we can get some of that tightened up and moved a little bit so the dumpsters can come in and out, with the recycle. And then while I was talking to,
Do we have equipment that will move something that big?
yes, but it'll take time.
Okay.
We're gonna have small, yeah.
So that makes our little loader look about this big.
It does, yes, yeah. When we rent equipment or there's, I've got a couple ideas on that, so. And when I was talking to the ODOT fella that I was in touch with, I talked to him about the two water leak holes on, Northwest Minster. If they'd be able to pave those for us, since it's larger and it's right in, one of them's right in lane traffic. They've got the equipment and the manpower. And he said, absolutely.
Good.
So it may be 10 days, 2 weeks from now, which is fine, that gives it time to settle more, but they are going to take care of those holes, so. And then lastly, good,
On that, should we, I know that's considered state route, isn't it? Can they put up a bump sign? I know people shouldn't be going that fast there, but it could pop a tire.
we check it daily, and
Okay,
every
yeah,
other
okay,
day,
so-
we're putting stone in.
Okay,
Like
okay.
this morning, guys went up,
Okay.
swept the loose gravel in, put some new gravel in to tighten it up.
Okay,
The more rain you have, the bigger the potholes get on.
sure,
So
yeah.
when we get rained out, we're sure to go up there and check it. And then lastly was the unexpected power outage Saturday. It had nothing to do with the village infrastructure. It was a line down somewhere between Waynesfield and the lake. So by the time they found it and fixed it, I think I got the call around 9:30ish, and the next call about it being fixed was about 12:30. So unfortunate, we had to do what we had to do, but to your point, Lisa, the event, it didn't make a big difference because everybody was prepared to have those things. It was a little loud at times, but at the end of the day, something we didn't talk about. I'm just happy that our infrastructure was
Mhm.
steady and it was on the other side, so.
One of the things, Aaron, that you talk about is the water leak at the splash pad. Water arrangements, I know you're gonna watch it because you and I have talked about it, but once we could have dry rot or mold in 6 or 7 months. What kind of guarantee or what options do we have to go back on that company if that occurs?
We have a year warranty.
Every year? Okay.
And I've been in there several times, and it's dried out. As hot as it got,
Mhm.
it's dried out. There's no water marks on the wall or anything.
Is it OSB on the wall?
Yes. Yep. Yep. So we'll keep an eye on it, and for sure, before that year time frame comes up, if it looks questionable, we'll just have them come back in and fix it.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, sir? Aaron? Okay, Mayor, court report, there was $2,301 of deposited in the general fund for the mayor's court account for the month of June.
Well, that 117 closure helped us a little bit, didn't it?
Well,
I shouldn't say that, it's probably wrong to say.
I will just say, in the summertime, traffic increases come through, so.
Yeah.
Okay, old business, ordinance 26-7-1, ordinance, setting water rates and fees in the village of Waynesfield, and repealing inconsistent ordinances or parts thereof. And I have a motion at the first reading.
I have a question as always, it's just a clarifying question. Because I'm still confused. The ordinance in section 2 here on the front page says the rates set forth shall be implemented and in effect starting January 1 of 2027.
You'll be on the February bill, right?
So it'll be on the February.
February,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's where I was confused, yeah. I know we're not behind,
The bill's
But that-
always a month out.
that's fine, I always get that confused, and I just wanted to make sure. So the increase will appear on, residents will see it first in February.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I did make one correction, I gave Sarah the correction. Section I, again, for some reason, the law firm put institution, water consumer outside the corporation limits. It's inside, you don't have an outside institution. I think that section is referring to the school. So Sarah has that.
I fixed it on my
Did you,
computer,
Sarah fixed it, so.
Okay.
And that's the same on both of these,
Yeah, fix them both.
both the water and sewer.
Okay, the first motion, first reading.
He's asking for a motion.
My motion.
Get a second?
Second.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 26-7-2, an ordinance setting sewer rates and the fees for the village of Waynesfield and repealing inconsistent ordinances or parts thereof. Can you hear a motion for the first reading?
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance 26-7-2, do the first reading.
Can I get a second? Second.
Who seconded, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you, Brian.
Brian did.
Oh, thank you. Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
Any other old business? Okay, new business, resolution 26-7-1, a resolution to approve or disapprove generations for abolishment, repeal of the Always County Solid Waste District and to declare an emergency.
What's this about?
Do we do this every year?
Yeah, we did it last
This is for
year,
recycling.
yeah,
Okay, it's fine.
yeah.
And,
You say we do this every year?
yeah,
Okay. And the only reason it's emergency is that one kind of time is.
and we have to do it on emergency, right? Okay, I make a motion to declare an emergency to adopt resolution, or no, it's resolution 26-7-1, resolution to approve, disapprove generation fees, abolishment, and repeal for the Always County Solid Waste District.
I'll second that.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
Before you pass that, I think you have to decide if you're going.
Oh, we have to do an
approve
emergency.
Well, you did the emergency, but you have to decide,
Resolution
are you
or
going,
ordinance?
it'd be a resolution, but do you want to approve it or disapprove it? You have to choose one of those. So if you're going to approve it, then you're
Okay.
voting to approve. If you're disapproving, then you just don't vote
We
on
had,
it.
we had to declare an emergency first.
Correct.
To approve,
Now we have to approve.
and so now we need a motion to do it.
Do it. Right. Okay. I'll go ahead and make that motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 26-7-3, an ordinance authorizing the lowering of bond for the village school officer and declaring emergency.
Is 50,000 what we had before?
Yeah.
Okay,
So it hasn't changed.
yeah.
Okay.
We're just lowering it because of the grant, right?
Yeah, 'cause we had to put it up higher for us to
Do we need
take
to
the.
agree? Do we need to agree if she's with this $50,000 or not?
No.
I make a motion to declare an emergency to adopt ordinance 26-7-3, an ordinance lowering the bond for the fiscal officer.
Can you get a second?
I'll second that.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes. I make a motion that we adopt ordinance 26-7-3, an ordinance authorizing the lowering of bond for the fiscal officer.
I'll second it.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
Any other new business? Okay. I'll request motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Davidson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Rydnor,
Yes.
Walton.
Yes.
So we distribute the distributor then, right now, is it? It's not happening.